Hey, I want to talk to you today about creating content that keeps on giving. When you create content, you've got to realize that when you put it out there on the internet, it'll be there for days, months, years, maybe even a decade. But the reality is, once you create something and you put your heart and soul into it, it doesn't stop there. It's not the end, it's the beginning. This week I had an amazing experience with someone who booked an appointment in my calendar. And I get people booking my calendar all the time who I don't know because I run Facebook ad campaigns and I do outreach and a whole bunch of things where I'm always asking people to book appointments in my calendar to build their website, and they do because I'm very active. But the first question I ask is why now and why me? Why did you book this call? And this guy said to me, Marlon, I actually did a search for funnel diagrams, and I saw a funnel diagram come up, and it was yours. And so it was like a low res version. So I clicked on your website. When I went to the website, I saw a webinar, a pre-recorded webinar, and so I clicked it and I watched it and I loved it. I really believed what you were saying. I really liked what you were saying. And so at the end, you asked me to book a call, and so I booked a call, and here I am. And I thought to myself, wow, that's amazing. I never did any Facebook ad to get him on that call. This is someone that found content. Now, that webinar that I created, I recorded it many, many years ago. And then what I did is I created a landing page and a button on my website to get to it where someone could sign up. And now they just watch the video. I don't do it live anymore. And what's amazing is that I did that many years ago. I can't even remember doing that webinar. And yet someone last week watched it because it's just out there, and they booked an appointment. And I've got another appointment with him in about 48 hours, and I'm very confident he'll become a client. He was, when he got on the webinar, when he got on the call with me, he was convinced. He had nothing but praises. And as I walked through him my process, because I have a two-step process, and as I went through and asked him questions and found out what the problem was, and I said a few things, and he just kept complimenting me on how upfront I was, and how he loved what I was saying in the meeting. And I really believe it's because before he got into the meeting, he liked what I was saying. And when I got into the meeting, I was the same person. And so he just got more of it. And I think that's amazing when people come to you and they're expecting to work with you. They're expecting to agree with you, and they already trust you. So let me show you something on my website. This is my website here. I run a web design business called the Sales Driven Website. And this is my website. You can have a look at it. I also coach people on how to grow a web design business. And so I have kind of two businesses. One, I build websites, and the other one, I coach people how to build an amazing company just like mine. But I want to show you something. On this page here, my homepage, there's a resources tab. And if you click that, you'll go to this page here and have a look at this. These are all the resources that I've built over the last few years. Right? There's ebooks, there's webinars, there's videos, and there's training. Oh, and there's case studies, okay? And so there's a whole bunch of content that I've created. Now, can I just tell you, I cannot remember when I created most of these. I kind of remember this one. I know this one. This one's been very popular. I can't forget that one. But down here, he watched one of these webinars. I don't know which one it was. I think it wasn't that one, right? It may have been that one. Probably wasn't that one. It was probably this one that he watched, right? I don't know. I can't even remember. But isn't that amazing that even though I've forgotten, the internet hasn't forgotten, Google hasn't forgotten, and Google is bringing people my way. And so I want to encourage you that sometimes when you build content and you think, is anyone ever going to watch this? Is it really going to make a difference? The important thing is that you create it and you put it out there and then move on with your life, okay? Now, I've promoted all these things, but I've moved on, and now they're out there working while I'm sleeping. And so create content that keeps on giving. That's the attitude you've got to have. And I'm really proud of this page, really. I've made some really good content. I put my heart and soul into each one of these. But what's great is when the pain's over of creating it, it's up forever. And this isn't the first time that this has happened to me. It happens all the time, but I wanted to create a video about this time. Okay, so I want to encourage you. A couple of things that you can learn from this. Number one is when you create content, put your heart and soul into it. Create the best piece of content you can have. And number two, when it's all said and done, just know that keeping it out there will bring leads in. And if you put your best out there, people will, so there are people out there that will appreciate it. 7 billion people in the world, and this person came, found my piece of content and came through and booked an appointment. And number three, when you build content, always have a call to action. Like, I made a very clear call to action. If you go and download one of these here, you'll see that underneath each video on the page where the video is there to watch, there is a very clear button that says book a call with Marlon, book a strategy call. And so just be very clear, be very explicit, and just make sure that when you're doing these type of things, to know why you're doing it. Content is really about conversion, not lead gen. Now, I got this person through the content, so I got the lead, and then I've converted him into an appointment. But the reality is, I get more conversions through my contents than I actually get leads. Now and then the leads come in, but what really happens is if someone comes to my website or comes into my network and they go to the website and they start binge watching all of the videos and downloading the lead magnets, it really helps convert. So if you're a web designer and you don't have any of this happening on your website and you're kind of out there and you never get people booking appointments in your calendar, then I want to encourage you to book a scale session with me. It's a 15-minute chat where we look at some of these principles and strategies and what I do in my business to grow it. And I'll have a chat with you and show you the ones I think are best for you to implement right now. And so I'm happy to do that with you. Above, below, around this video somewhere, you can book a call with me or message me on Facebook. I'll give you a link where you can book a call. And I look forward to having that chat and helping you create an environment where people find you and people are indoctrinated with how you think. And when they get on a call with you, they've got nothing but praises to say for you. So click the button, sign up. I look forward to interacting with you. Speak to you soon.